Good evening, everyone. You join us for this T20 between Worcester.
The pitch seems to suit it. Good call to bowl first. It certainly looks like there'll be something early on for the bowlers. The openers will really need to keep things tight for the early overs.
Andrews comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Butler, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Misses everything.
Good bowling.
Anderson with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yeah.
Thrashed away, what a shot.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
2 boundaries in a row. Time to just focus on line and length again.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
They're the sort of shots that you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrist to keep control and find the boundary.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yeah.
Quick onto that in the infield. There's a chance if this hits.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably.
Anderson from the grandstand end.
Catch it!
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yeah.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
The short ball is picked up early. Not the best delivery, but it was certainly a very good shot to dispatch it.
Yes. Go!
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yeah.
There'll be 1 run here for them. Ballard coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Nicely played.
just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Barnes, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the grandstand end. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership between these
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score. A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Well, it's a case of blink and you miss it with this innings. 50 brought up, and what a devastating passage of play it's been.
Well bowled.
That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Absolutely nailed it.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Oh yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
That one they got hold of. The slow ball didn't work and it went all the way.
Yeah.
Anderson coming back into the attack.
Yes.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Bowlers.
A couple on offer here.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Yep. Keeper.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one.
Keepers.
A new bowler is coming into the attack. Got all of it, and for 6.
And that brings up the 100-run partnership for these two.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down.
Catch it!
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4. Driven away nicely.
The crowd are really getting quite raucous. It's going to be difficult to focus down in the middle with this amount of noise.
Yes.
There'll be runs here.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters...
Yes.
Doesn't beat the infield. This should be close.
Good running. It needed to be as well.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot. That has raced to the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yes.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
7 runs added there. Worcestershire are 1 for 128. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the grandstand end. Well placed, should get a single.
The batsman brings up their century.
Fantastic century. Totally deserved to take all the accolades from the crowd. It's been a sublime innings so far.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and...
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
no trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Right off the middle of the bat.
The bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for 6. Brilliant shot.
Over. Worcestershire are 1 for 163. The right arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
Yep.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, It makes it very easy to score.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
What else do they have in their bag of tricks? Not much seems to be working at the moment.
Yeah.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Like. Yeah.
Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Coming to the wicket, the right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
With the changes in the field, the captain looks to be going for a more balanced approach.
Yeah, yeah.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Waiting. Yep.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Ball's in. Yes. Yep.
Waiting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Buckley shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
End of the over, 7 off it. Lancashire are 1 for 80.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't bowl there. Too full and helped on its way.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yes.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Brilliant diving stop.
Yep.
Massive edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Threw the hands at it, somehow missed everything. Andrews into the attack now from the pavilion end. Beaten on the drive.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that is a great catch.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
For Lancashire.
Yes.
Nicked it.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Wait.
7 runs added in that over. Lancashire are 5 for 150.
Yep.
Pushed nicely into the covers. Might go all the way.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yes.
Fantastic catch.
That was a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
Waiting.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yes.
End of the over, 10 off it. Lancashire are 6 for 192.
Worcestershire bring it home in a close one. So many twists and turns. I think the best team won in the end, but what a fantastic match.